What up, NBA fans? It's Adrian, it's your boy. And guess what? The second half of the season is finally about to start. Now, we had a great All-Star weekend in Charlotte. Charlotte did a wonderful job. Now, next year, I plan on going to the All-Star game in Chicago. But therefore, Team LeBron pulled it out over Team Giannis. Hey, but teams have had a few days off, and tomorrow we get started with the second half of the season. We got a lot of storylines to talk about, people, and I'm going to give you a quick takes on a few things I think are major plays in this season, the second half, with a little over 20, 25 games, maybe a little more for most teams. But hey, number one, I know I don't like the Lakers. I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but we all know the number one question in the league right now is, will the Los Angeles Lakers make the playoffs? Now, guess what? Los Angeles has 25 games left. They sit in the 10th seed, 3 games out. Right now, the Los Angeles Clippers hold the 8th spot. But guess what? The Clippers don't really want that. They traded away a lot of pieces. They traded away Blake Griffin last year, got rid of Chris Paul. Recently, they traded away Tobias Harris, got rid of Avery Bradley, stacking up a lot of first-round picks and a lot of assets to make a play in this free agency in the summer of 2019, which is this summer. They also, if they miss the playoffs, they will get that lottery pick from Boston, I believe. It's Boston or Memphis, I believe. But they don't want to make the playoffs. They're a young team. Got a lot of young talent. And guess what? You know who's running that team, who's making those calls? Jerry West, the great NBA logo man himself, Jerry West. He turned around the Lakers, turned around the Warriors, and made them what they are today and helped. And now he's doing that with the Clippers, and I think they will have a lot to say with free agency. But they won't get that spot. Also, now, right behind them, the 9th spot, you have the Sacramento Kings. Finally, I know a lot of Kings fans have been wishing and hoping that they can make some noise. They're right there in the running. But the problem with the Kings is their schedule is very tough, and they're a young team. And young teams usually make a lot of mental mistakes. They have the talent. I'm impressed. De'Aaron Fox is arguably the fastest player in the NBA right now. Russell Westbrook will argue with that. John Wall started that discussion because he's hurt, obviously. But Marvin Bagley's coming along finally after that injury. Buddy Hield, after he got traded away from the Pelicans, hey, boy can shoot the rock, as you can see in the three-point contest. He didn't do that well, but hey, he held his own. But with that said, I'm going to say the Lakers will make the playoffs. LeBron James has just stated that his intensity has ratcheted up, and now he's in playoff mode. And as much as I hate to say it, I hate to see LeBron in attack mode. Now, as we all know, he's 34. Hey. And I've seen a lot of Father Time does catch up to people. But the one thing, his defense has definitely slipped, and he doesn't really play a ton of defense. But one thing about LeBron, his offense can't stop the man still. He's became a better three-point shooter. He still can get to the basket at will. But one thing I'm noticing about him is the fact that he's more in spurts now. So he's turning it on, turning it off. But now he has to go full throttle. As we all know, they tried to acquire Anthony Davis from the Pelicans, and that didn't go too well. This can't go too well for the next few years, the Lakers. Even if they do make the playoffs, they will lose in the first round. So they play Golden State Warriors, which is a machine right now. Best thing I think that can happen to the Lakers is maybe they slip to that number 2, the 7th spot. They play right now will be the Denver Nuggets, which I would give them a very great shot at being Denver. I love Denver. Jokic, Harris, Jamal Murray. But hey, I think LeBron's team could pull that out. But with 25 games left, the Lakers have 15 against teams with a winning record. And I will say 16 teams that are currently in the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons currently sitting at the 8th seed in the East who have a losing record. And then this is even funnier. They have 3 games left against the Pelicans. And I know that's a team with a losing record and not playing so well with the AD drama. Obviously, they're a circle with Magic Johnson and the organization and tampering and not being happy with LeBron. But with that being said, that schedule is very tough. 15 out of 25 games against teams currently that sit in the playoffs. They're going to have to ratchet it up. Now, I know Rondo's missed over 30 games. Lonzo's hurt right now. You know, LeBron missed 17 games. But, hey, they're going to have to turn it up. And I think they'll do just enough to slide into that AC. Now, before LeBron got hurt, they were 20 and 16 4 games over. And when he got hurt, the team just fell apart. And with the trade rumors and things like that, it put this organization back. But, hey, LeBron can't keep playing like this, man. I'm telling you, the Lakers won't get too far, and that city expects championships, and they won't be getting one this year. Maybe they'll get in the start in the offseason. I really don't see it happening. A lot of guys passed on going to I'm going to the Lakers. Hey, Kyrie's not going to go. I know people speculating that. Klay's not leaving Golden State. Kevin Durant, everybody wants to say he's leaving Golden State. I don't see it happening. Kawhi doesn't want to play with him. As we all know, he's a quiet guy. I don't see Jimmy Butler doing it. Maybe Kemba Walker. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But LeBron needs some help. And there's going to be big offseason with the Lakers. But I do say they slip into that playoff just by a tad here. And if they don't, then they don't. But I can't bet against LeBron James because every time I do, it proves me wrong. It's the same thing when I do with Tom Brady, and I can't let my personal emotions get over the fact that I gotta be non-biased in the situation. I gotta know my sports and I know what I'm talking about. But right now, I will say that the Lakers are making the playoffs. I know Vegas has them not qualifying for the playoffs. But that being said, I'm getting too far on the Lakers topic. But hey, also the MVP conversation. Now, before the season, I picked the Greek freak Giannis, and James Harden is still having a remarkable 30-point streak game going. But I'm still picking Giannis. His team has the best record in the league. Hey, he should have got All-Star Game MVP, but Russell Westbrook took over and cost him that game, in my opinion. But Giannis should win MVP, in my opinion. He leads the NBA in points in the paint per game, dominating the stat that Shaq had in 2000 when he won MVP. But with that being said, James Harden has a lot to prove, but that Mike D'Antonio system, it will slow down for him in the playoffs, and he has to prove me wrong in the playoffs, that he doesn't get tired, doesn't get exhausted. But with that being said, I will have James Harden at third. And number 2 right now is PG-13, my boy Paul George, playing at a superstar level finally. I've been a fan of him since he was at Fresno State. When he came out, I said he would be a star. And he was with the Indiana Pacers, just couldn't get it done. Everybody thought he wouldn't get back to his form after that broken leg. It was terrible, but he's become an even better player. Thanks to Russell Westbrook finally deferring and becoming Robin. And I know he's with this triple-double streak of 11 straight games with the triple-double. And he's going to average a triple-double for the third straight season. Remarkable for him, by the way. But I think the Thunder are quietly the second-best team in the West, and they will have a lot to say about this playoff run. So, don't sleep on them. Paul George is my number 2 right now, but I'm still rocking with Giannis, like I said before the season started. Hands down. A lot is going to happen in these next 2.5 months of the season, but hey, Giannis 1, PG-13 2, and James Harden 3. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but hey, you know where to leave that comment below. But hey, anyways, now who will win the East? Now we got the top 4. We got the top 4 teams people think are going to win. And Indiana's third, but I know they lost Oladipo, so I don't see them making a huge run in the playoffs. Because without a superstar, you maybe might win a first-round series, but after that, but Indiana's a hard-fought team. They got a great coach, good players. Hey, but it's between Boston, Philly, Toronto, and Milwaukee. Now, Jason Tatum came out and said Boston will make some noise. Kyrie hasn't been happy. You know, there's speculations with that going on. You know how Kyrie is and how the Boston Celtics is. Too many good players on one team. And Brad Stevens has to find a way to make these things happen because those egos can get big and these rumors can get started. But Boston has been an underachieving team, and a lot of people will think they will win. Milwaukee with Giannis the MVP. I'm going to pick them to win the East because if he's going to win the MVP, I want to see Giannis in the playoffs. A lot of people say he can't shoot. Hey, when you're that long, you take 3 steps and you're dunking the ball. Chris Middleton's an all-star too as well. They added Mirotic. Hey, hell of a steal. Shooters to surround Giannis, and he can get to the cup at will. Toronto got number 2. I still don't trust them because I'm not a big fan of Kyle Lowry. Philly, arguably, besides Golden State, has the best starting 5 with the addition of Tobias Harris. Got him, J.J. Redick, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Hey. But with that being said, Joel Embiid will be out at least a week. But I don't think it's going to hurt them. And I just don't know if they have enough killer instinct. Because Boston, if they play Boston, they will get dominated. Ben Simmons still can't shoot. That is my knock on him. And I just don't see how Philly can really seriously get to the finals with Ben Simmons not being able to shoot. Just don't see it happening. But I ain't picking Milwaukee out the East. But I still think it will be hell of a Eastern Conference playoffs, hell of a Western Conference finals. Let me get to my last thing I would like to address too. Quick shout out to this rookie class. Great rookie class so far, especially the top 5. As we had DeAndre Ayton 1, Bagley 2, Doncic 3, who will be the rookie of the year. Jaren Jackson 4, the Memphis Grizzlies, and Trae Young at 5. Those are my top 2, Doncic and Trae Young. Did not know that Doncic will be as good as he is. Averaging 20 points a game, second in assists By the way, Trae Young's second in scoring, second in assists. But hey, this rookie class so far, this top 5, it can be something special. And I'm happy for all those teams that got them, especially for Dallas, as Doncic got Kristaps Porzingis from the New York Knicks. Hey, and then we all know I'm not going to talk about the draft for next year, but let me give you a special shout out to it. That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was a raw prospect. He's averaged over 10 and 3 a game, but Clippers are going to be good, and he's going to be good developing young point guard. With this rookie class, I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm very happy with what they're doing. And the league is only going to get better as eventually we're going to have to pass the torch on to these younger guys. Not going to get into the 2019 draft because we already know Zion Williamson from Duke will be the number 1 pick in the draft, hands down. But hey, those are my storylines for the second half of the NBA season. It will be great, people. Watch, tune in. Tomorrow finally getting started. I am excited for the second half of the season. You already know what to do for your boy. You know what to do. Leave those comments under my box below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter. That's at Keeping the Score. It's your boy Adrian. I'm out.